G'day friends and fans, with a heavy heart I'm making this video. I am just frustrated after a whole day of Twitter fails, Twitter mess, unable to contact support, and now lots more people are having the same problem, and I want to raise awareness. And of course, if you're using Twitter, you know what I'm talking about because it's happening to almost everybody. It's the great Twitter fail. And came to the same conclusion as I did. Elon, you're limiting. I didn't even get a message initially this morning. And now I find out from Elon that he's limiting the amount of views. But it's not just views, it's everything. The Twitter API isn't just views, it's everything you do creates a Twitter API call. So if you're limiting to 600, that's ridiculous. The average user uses 6,000 calls just when they get in. And the bigger your account, the more followers you have, the more notifications you're going to have. And those use up. He's limiting your access to a website that is driven by advertisers. And if users cannot reach their customers, they're not going to pay for Twitter Blue. Hi, I'm trying to do a fundraiser. I want to reach millions of people. Sorry, you're only going to reach 600. Well, that's fucked. I might as well go home because if I want to reach 1 million people on Facebook, it's going to cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. To do what? To raise hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just Twitter and Facebook are two extremes of the same moronic mentality. Extract maximum value without giving maximum effort. I don't think this is Elon's alone. I think this is Twitter harassment to see how many right-wingers they can piss off, to make them irate, to drive people off the platform, and to cover up for deplatforming people. Twitter's open to 600 people and having a wonderful time. Yeah. Data scrapping and system manipulation. Temporary limits. Oh, he says 6,000? I am a verified account and I can't even look at 60. I can't post. Look what happens when I post. Wrong screen. Wrong screen again. Wrong screen again. Wrong screen again. Wrong screen again. It's not letting me share. I'll try again. Right. Hopefully you can see what's happening. Ready? Something went wrong. I'll give it another shot. This request looks like it might be automated. Did you see it? This request looks like it might be automated. Try again later. Malicious activity. Please try again later. How much later? 5 minutes, 1 hour? Look, people have posted. Some people have multiple posted. Some people are reaching hundreds. What's the difference between her verification and mine? Wow, 200 people. But only 2 retweets and 14 looks. But still, they're having a great time. Getting lots of people. Well, I can't post. This person I know used to get lots of views. This one's still getting. This people with hardly any followers or followings is getting way more views than me. I'm getting nothing. I'm getting a few shares. Mostly replies to people who've tagged me or followed me. This is not Elon's fault. This is the new CEO. Elon probably is going to get the blame because he's out there tweeting, seeing 600 tweets. There. And then my timeline's getting flooded with stuff like about Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Francis Fallon, MasterChef, tweeting and Twitter for. I'm getting lots of those. Here's what's going on. Twitter with Google Cloud has expired. Elon has been trying to move everything off so he doesn't have to pay $1 billion a year. Or my belief is, yeah, he's right. When he bought Twitter, it was sabotaged. And people are still sabotaging it. You can't pull Twitter up out of the... BlackRock and its minions are very vicious. And its Democrat followers are very vicious. They didn't want... Look. Yeah. Elon is juggling too many things. It's great to have lots of investments, but you have to have good investment managers and you have to have good investment advisors. And I think Elon has just cheesed off too many people. They're trying to force Elon to do everything their way. And like, you can't keep Twitter in California and expect Twitter to succeed. You just can't. Twitter's never succeeded. And when people wake up and realize that it's just money poured in, and this is the problem. I think Elon has good ideas, good intentions, poor execution. But please, this somebody, anybody, get this out there, man. I mean, thanks, Seth. So yeah, maybe temporary, but no, this doesn't fix. It's not. They may fix this API issue that they're having, but the public trust is damaged. The public can't trust Twitter to work better anymore. It's going to be super annoying, and it's going to drive people off the platform, and people are not going to come back. Now I've lost followers because people think I haven't posted my regular videos because people aren't relying on YouTube notifications for my videos. They're relying on me to do the Twitter notifications. I'm trying to build a brand. I'm trying to build a product. And the only way to reach people is Twitter. Facebook is just dead. I've tried a Facebook ad. I got 0. I had not 800 views, 800 clicks. That's impossible. And 0 purchases. What the fuck? At least with Twitter, it's cost more to advertise, but I didn't make my money back. But at least I know Twitter reaches people. And maybe eventually I'll make my money back. But not if Twitter keeps doing this all the time, because I'm going to lose followers there. I've already lost I've lost thousands of on Facebook. I can't keep doing this. If I only have a handful of supporters, then I'm going to cut out social media and just focus on those handful of supporters. Because I'm being they're making life, all these gatekeepers like Elon, and I don't like Elon. I don't like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't like Google. They're all gatekeepers who are making my life miserable because they all want me to pay to win. And even when I pay, I still don't win because I can't pay enough as the big publishing houses. I can't pay enough as these people who have 1 million viewers. I don't bring in the advertisers. People aren't paying me to interview them. There are channels that are getting $800 an interview and they get less than 30 viewers. And they're still getting $800 an interview. And they're putting out 4 to 5 videos a day. It's just heartbreaking and annoying that I can't, every time I try something, my wheels are spinning. And then why they're spinning is not because my foot's flat to the floor. I have a plan. I put in the work. I try my best. And standing behind me is Elon and Mark Zuckerberg and Google, all holding up the wheels so that all the people who already succeeded don't have any competition. It's super annoying that I was told, oh, we like your book, but because you don't have 400,000 followers on Twitter, we won't give you a publishing deal. Now, if you've got 400,000 unique followers across Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and they'll even concede that if I have enough likes on Rumble, they'll add that. And then Inspire might give me a publishing deal. Now I'm finding out from insider sources that I've contacted who had deals with these people. The best I could hope for was $10,000 a year. So all of this money that I have to pour into Twitter and Facebook advertising is going to cost thousands of dollars a month to get a $10,000 book deal. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm making billionaires rich, and I don't even get the table scripts. I don't even get the equivalent of a breadcrumb. Super annoying. It's not just frustrating, it's irritating. It's not irritating. Irritating is getting told to wait a minute between tweets. Why can't they bring that back? Why do they have to keep changing it? Why don't they keep annoying us? Because we keep using it. Because we keep putting up with it. Ubisoft. Oh, it's only a cosmetic skin. Oh, it's only a healing potion. What happens? These companies put out loot boxes and 20 FIFA games and loot box gambling. And there are live sites where you could trade skins for money. And people are paying to win in Call of Duty, paying $12.95 a month, I think it is, to a Chinese website. And you could shoot through walls. There are so many things that are annoying. Cheating in video games is annoying. Pay to win is goddamn fucking criminal as far as I'm concerned. But the governments, who do they side with? The people? And it's the thing. The people are pay the majority of taxes. It's not like the corporations pay the majority of taxes. No, they don't pay. They do pay a fair chunk, But in most countries, only that most is 40%. They're siding with, and that's not one or two corporations. That's hundreds of corporations. So why side with one when they're, because they make millions of dollars? No, because they make millions of donations. And it's pissing me off. Because it's uni-party crap. There's nobody on our side. There's nobody standing up for the writer. Why should I pay $3,500 to belong to a writing group when the best they can say is we'll give you a 10% discount on a lawyer? Well, wow. That's actually value for money. You know what a lawyer costs these days? Just sit down across one from saying, can I ask you a question? That's $99, please. Next question. That's super annoying. Pay to win. When you are very limited in what you can do. Because I hate telling people this. I really do hate telling people that I'm mentally ill because they can't see it. And when they do see it, they want nothing to do with me. 90% of people don't want anything to do with me. So having Twitter taken off me, Facebook, how many times has Facebook put me in some blue cage because I shared a meme that I didn't even make? I just shared it. And then and often it comes up as, it's unavailable. They can't even, it lacks context. You got it wrong. It's not Voltaire who said that. I didn't know. I'm not going to research every fucking thing on the internet. I'll be spending all day. Fuck, who cares who said it? Why do I get suspended for making a slight mistake? Why is there no fucking forgiveness in the world? I'm going off on a rant now. And Seth, do you want to join me or we'll end the stream soon? I don't know. I'm just super, super pissed right now. I have to rethink everything. I'm going to have to probably cut the number of videos I do. I'm probably I make a few RPG articles. I'm lucky to make $100. If I make too much money, the government cuts my benefits. So there's no point in making money. And if I get a book deal, I lose my benefits. I've spoken to people. They got a book deal and they lost their benefits. And then they had to wait till not just when their money ran out, they had to wait another year. So that's super annoying, is undercut. I wish I could create a Delaware corporation and go around and ask for fundraising and then donate $2 million to myself or whatever the tax-free threshold is. I think actually, depending on the state, it can be up to as much as $10 million without paying state income tax. And then you got different limits for federal. So you got all these things, right? But obviously, creating a Delaware corporation and getting donations and paying them to yourself through the tax system is highly beneficial. Of course, Sam Bankman-Fried, for whatever reason, he's not being charged. He is going to keep all that money that he did. What they haven't found, he gets to keep. That's fucking ridiculous. He steals $1 billion. He doesn't have his Twitter broken. I mean, I'm annoyed with Twitter because it's, but then there's Gab and Rumble. Nobody hardly any followers there. No growth whatsoever. Almost no engagement. I'm thinking of deleting Gab and and all the other social medias because it's a waste of fucking time posting there. Mine's, oh, you earned 1 cent today. Oh, I've got $3 something in my account. It'll take forever to earn $10. And just out of curiosity, they asked me to connect my bank account for eligible for a boost. And when I did, first thing they did is they locked the address to the United States. So I'm not going to make any money. Don't donate to me on Mines because I'll never be able to retrieve that money. And this is not the first time. I forget the company before Mines. There was another one who did that. I had this early social media. I forget what it was called. And I had lots of engagement. I was sharing memes. This was before Facebook. And everything was fine. I actually had $38,000. Then I'm not in the United States. I'm not eligible to claim. And then the company shut down. Went bankrupt. So all that disappeared. Virtual currencies are fucking... You can't sue for virtual currencies. So if I couldn't get anybody to sell me the virtual currency, nobody wanted to buy it. All I could do with it was buy more advertising, make more money. It's fucking ridiculous. There are so many super annoying things. And it's not just Twitter. It's every social media has something wrong with it. They always have some super annoying thing that makes them worthless. Facebook, you can infinitely engage a handful of people who can see your posts. And I appreciate the few friends I have on Facebook because most people don't engage my posts, let alone share. Almost everybody on Gab only wants you to engage with them. They want you to be super left or super far right. And when you try to point out to either one of them, you might as well be in the same fan club because you're both Jacobins. They look at you, all these super, even some politicians, even people who supposedly studied political science, doesn't even know what a Jacobin is. I feel like a basher. I feel like I'm a sane person in an insane world. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I might as well end it here. I mean, I've vented. Nobody, no, hopefully, look, hopefully people start sharing this stuff, sharing my videos, and understand I am a little guy. I am one in millions of writers who are who have a 99.99% chance of selling less than 1,000 copies a year of my book. The vast majority of people are fad followers, unless my particular book becomes a fad, which, as you've seen with books, that's like once in a decade. Twitter's a fad, and it's dying out because the people who made it a fad don't like Elon. Facebook was a fad, and the irony is, those who made Facebook popular went to Tumblr, but Tumblr died. I mean, you look at Zuckerberg. He, I recently found out that 50 of Facebook users lost their account in the last year. 54%. How could Facebook make money? Because the few advertisers who pay Facebook millions of dollars a year for advertising don't care that half the users are fake. I don't see social media. I don't see how social media is going to last if this is what's going on. But the problem is Google are making it nigh on impossible to make a social media alternative because you need now like $1 billion in servers. I think that's why Apple gave up on Apple Talk, although I think it's still around. But then that's why Google got rid of Hangouts, apparently, because it was costing them $1 billion in revenue because they were allocating so much bandwidth to that and YouTube at the same time, and YouTube wasn't profitable, and they wanted more bandwidth for advertising. And the more you find out, the less you really start to like this world. And really, I don't want to be that bitter. I want to keep writing. I really appreciate my patrons. And I really appreciate the viewers, even though it's a handful of viewers who watch my videos. I appreciate you guys. So you're going off the beaten path. You're not digesting the corporate crap. And Elon, I know what's going on. All right. I read what's going on. I can see it. I watch dozens of videos a day doing my research. And if I was to write a story about the $1 trillion conspiracy to rip off the world with this electric car business, and like, I don't know what's Elon, this is nonsense. Cut it out. We all know there's better technology. A hydrogen cell is the future. You can transport the fuel. You don't have to stored energy. Cells, the batteries are, unless you get ZPM technology or something like that, batteries are worthless. They're an environmental hazard, and now you got China trying to take over the electric battery business that's worth trillions of dollars. I know, Elon, that potentially if more electric cars and if you have a monopoly on batteries, you'd make $1 trillion, but you're not. You can't compete with China, man, and you know it. You've seen the collapse of the Chinese market. You know what's coming. Don't tell me you don't. All the stock analysts and all the insiders and all the bigwigs, even BlackRock is saying, hey, we better get in on this Chinese battery business. All that investment will just put you out of business, man. And thinking that Twitter is going to save you, it won't. They'll continue to chip away at your value there. SpaceX, just get rid of all this other garbage. Go to SpaceX. Get the fuck off this rock. Because that is the future, man. I've tried to tell people this. This planet has a finite lifetime. We actually now have direct evidence from astronomers who have now seen planets being sucked into their own sun. That's every planet's fate. And working out when that happens is going to be critical to putting in more scientific effort into the space program. But America, when told back in the 60s about planetary orbit and decay, you know what the response was? It's not election winning. We want to build houses. That's election winning. God damn shorts. So thinking Elon Musk is the only one short-sightedness or stupid in this world is crazy. Because he's smarter than I am. Even though I can see the flaws with some of his businesses. We all make mistakes. But the future I envisage will never happen if we keep caring about fucking gatekeeping and making as much money as possible and not caring about anything else. And there's environmental business and there's wars and all this other garbage. That's just background noise by people who can't get along with anybody else. Possibly the only future we're going to have is all of us walling off our countries and saying, well, F the neighbours, build a higher fence. Actually, I've lived in one of those neighbourhoods. It was actually nice once everybody built a higher fence. Then all of a sudden they stopped gossiping and stopped annoying everybody, and then until somebody built their house on stilts and looked down on everybody. God, that's super annoying, having a house right beside you, always elevated above you. There's always somebody who has to do something annoying. But Elon, you've just taken away a lot of goodwill that you had. And now I can't trust you to run a space program because you have to really, really, really care, because in the space program, you can't take shortcuts. The technology has to be right. You can't say, oh, well, that's just a carload of people on fire. No. We have too many evil car companies in the world. We have too many evil corporations. That's why people had hope with you, Elon. And I hope people get that. But you've just lost that for me and probably a lot of other people. And if you can't, you have to fire a lot of people and you have to bring out what's really going on, or you're just going to go down the drain with it. Thank you for listening. I didn't do this video for clicks or likes or anything like that, or even shares or some, just the shares. I just care about people getting the message out. Thank you for listening. By the way, links in description below. I think the men's room is linked on my front landing page or whatever they call it on my, when you go, just click. Thank you. Bye now.